Hello guys and welcome to Slay the Spire, a new game I'm going to be playing on this channel. If you've never seen or heard me before, my name is PlasmaPug. How you doing? So let's begin with that itself, shall we? If you're wondering how I came to find about this game, it was mainly from Northern Lion, and the reason I'm starting this playthrough is because I'm tired of seeing how much Northern Lion misplays, if you could say that. Yes, I mean, I've tried speaking to him on Twitter. He won't listen. I'm hoping that maybe I can do a little bit better than him in some capacity. So I have just played this game a little bit. Please ignore the 75 hours of Slay the Spire on Steam. That I'm sure that's just a lie. Why would I ever play this game that much? It's not my job or anything. Anyways, let's begin with Slay the Spire. I am currently playing a new version of the game, so I've deleted everything. I've deleted everything, and we're going to start from the beginning. We are playing on the beta patches, so there might be some stuff that is different from the regular. And let's get to it, shall we? In my own personal opinion, I think some of the strongest combos are actually done very early in the game. And I think this is one of those games, similar to The Binding of Isaac, that the game gets harder the longer you play it. Okay, so for the basic rules, here they are. This is your map. On the side, it says what each icon represents. Most important for us currently is going to be to go through the most question marks and the least normal combats as possible, because normal combat doesn't give you that much, and sometimes you can find normal combat in unknown question marks, so it's better to go that way. You heal, your HP's up here, you heal in bonfires, and when you fight an elite enemy, you get a chance to get a relic, which is half of this game's synergy. So you have your own deck, which is this one up here. This is your deck. This is what you play during each encounter. This is what you fight with. And then your relics, you always start with one. We start with one that heals us for 6. Your relics are something persistent, whereas the cards cycle in each turn of battle. So overall, all we have to do is find the best cards and the best relics. We don't have much of a choice on our relics, so we just have to focus on getting the most relics possible. And that means facing the most elite enemies as possible. So I'm going to go this route. This is the boss, so there's always a bonfire before the boss. So we're going to go this way, through the 3 question marks, an elite enemy. I think I'm going to go down here to the bonfire first. Face the elite enemy, yeah. Go to the shop, 2 question marks, and then these 2 fights. Let's begin, shall we? Defeating enemies by playing cards from your hand. Cards require energy to play. At the start of your turn, new cards are drawn and your energy is replenished. Play defensive cards to gain block when enemies are about to attack you. Block reduces incoming attack damage, but wears off at the start of your next turn. And during your turn, you can observe an enemy's intent above them. If an enemy is intent on attacking you, odd wording, but okay, be sure to gain some block. Ready. So here's our first fight against Jawworm. We can see above him that he's aggressive and intends to attack us for 11. These are our cards. It says what they do at the bottom, and at the top, they say how much energy we have, which is this over here. These are the cards that we could draw next turn. Good player always knows what he's going to draw next, because you could see that we draw 5 cards per turn. We only have 5 left, so we're going to draw 2 damage cards. Sometimes it's useful, and there are certain relics that help you choose better. We don't have enough defense for this encounter, so I'm going to take a very aggressive approach. And I know that these deal 6, but we did something with this card with Mace. We applied 2 vulnerable. Vulnerable makes enemies take 50% more damage for a number of turns, it says in the little bottom here. So we can aim This is something that maybe other people who play this game can also learn. Cough, cough, Northern Lion, cough, cough. You can aim at an enemy, and you will see right here that it changes from 6 to 9. So I know that I'm going to get 2 strikes next turn. That's 27 damage. It's not enough to kill him. So although I said I was going to play very aggressively, I'm going to change back because I won't be able to kill him. I get 5 defense. He does 11, so I take 6 damage. Thing of note here is we heal because of this particular character starting relic. We heal 6 HP. So as long as we don't take more than 6 HP, we can probably have, well, not probably, we'll have full HP at the end. And then something that happens when there is no draw piles, you can't see what's left. And this is your discard pile, the things you've already used. And when you need to draw a card and there's no more of it, stuff from your discard goes into your draw, and it cycles over and over and over again. Oh, great. He's going to do a defensive attack and buff. So the fire is a buff, and the defense is a little shield. So I'm just going to attack him for 18 this turn. And I could defend, but there's no point. So I'm going to end turn over here. And he gains strength, one of the buffs. So what that means is that, oh, if there are no more cards in your discard pile, you shuffle them to a draw pile. Yes, I just said that. Strength is a type of statistical bonus. So when he has 3 strength, it means his base attack is boosted by 3. So he used to hit us for 11. He will no longer hit us for 11. He'll now hit us for 14. 11 plus 3 is 14. We can't defend it, but I think we might have lethal. No, we don't have lethal. So if we bash him, he will be at 13, and then we can do 9 damage. So it's best for me just to block all the damage I can. And there's no point in attacking because it won't go through his defense. So he's still at full HP. We get hit for 4. So be it. And I should have checked what was going to draw. But anyways, we win. We got lethal here. We lost HP and we heal, so we have 4 points down. So I gain money. You have to make sure to click these, because if you click on the arrow, like I sometimes accidentally do, you might just not get the rewards. And you have 3 potion slots. This potion, for example, applies weak, which makes the enemy do less damage on their turn. A very important thing. Drink or throw potions during combat. Potions stay with you between rounds. Got it. And this is where we build the rest of our deck. So this one, exhaust all non-attack cards in your hand, deals 16 damage. Exhaust means that they don't go back into your deck, so they're gone from that particular fight. But next fight you get them back. Create a copy of an attack or power card in your hand. I think this is a very, very good card. War Cry. Draw 2 cards, place a card from your hand on top of your draw pile and exhaust. So this is basically a draw, but the card is exhausted, so it doesn't affect your card number very much. I think I'm going to go with dual wield. I have a particular deck I'm trying to build here, and dual wield for this character, the Ironclad, is actually quite nice. Okay, this is one of my least favorite encounters because I can't defend unless I don't attack, and I'm going to attack anyway. This is the Slaver. The Slaver, you find him often because he's part of a group of elites. If we take no more damage, we would just oh gosh, I know we're gonna get 1 strike next turn. We only have 1 defend, and I can't kill him this turn. So I guess I'll show you what the weak potion does. It's not the best use for it right now, but instead of 12, he's gonna hit us for 9. So he deals 25% less damage. So let's block. I know I'm gonna get a strike next turn, so I'm just gonna bank on getting strikes. And he'll hit us for 4. There we go. And this is kind of the way you play the game, but the cycle of things that happen. Now here's a question for us. He's going to now inflict a negative effect on us and also attack. So if I defend here, it will block the damage he's going to do for us, but if I strike, he will be a lot closer to death. I think I'm going to defend because I'd rather not lose any more HP. HP is kind of hard to come by, even though we do heal 6 per combat encounter. Oh, and then he inflicted weak on us, so now we deal 4 instead of our usual 6. I think I'm going to just block an attack, and I'm hoping that I'll get 2 strikes, or at least the bash and the strike. So as long as we get 1 extra attack, we're good. Okay, so I'll show you now what dual wield does, because it doesn't matter. You can copy, for example, bash, and now there's 2 bashes in your deck, and for this encounter you will always have 2, and the card is not discarded. Dual wield is still here, so you could create infinite copies of some card that you like. Okay, deal 12 damage, can be upgraded a number of times. I'll explain upgrading when we get to it. Deal 4 damage and apply 1 vulnerable to all enemies. Gain 2 strength at the end of your turn, lose 2 strength. So this is basically for this turn, you deal 2 more damage with each of your cards. Basically, there's some fun interactions with it. Alright, now we start getting to the fun stuff. Question marks. As you come to a dead end and begin to turn around, walls slam down from the ceiling, trapping you. 3 faces materialize from the walls and speak. Forget what you know, and I'll let you go. I require change to see new space. If you want to pass, then you must grow. So, basically you can remove a card from your deck, i.e. for example we have 5 attacks in our deck, we could have 4. Transform would make any one of our cards a different card, so if you're high rolling for something good, you could go for that. Upgrade a card would mean, I guess now I'll explain it. If I upgrade this card, it will go from 2/2 to 4/4. Or for example, this one, instead of creating 1 copy, it would create 2 copies. Stuff like that. For example, this one does a little bit more damage and applies vulnerable for another turn. I'm going to remove a card, and I'm going to remove a strike. Because these starting cards are the worst cards in the game, pretty much. So you always want to have the least amount of those. So now I can show you what Flex does. We get extra strength for this turn, so now we're dealing 8 damage as opposed to what we were doing before. It's a shame we didn't draw more cards. Oh, and we got a enemy from a question mark, so that can happen from time to time. At the end of his turn, gain 3 strength. So this is a kind of an annoying enemy. He will just keep getting stronger and stronger, and so you have to kill him as fast as you can. Flex. Could we kill him this turn? I mean, 25 more damage is 12. 22. No, we cannot kill him this turn. So I'm just going to do 1 defend as opposed to 2. We've lost 5 so far. With this, we've lost 5 points so far. Okay, so we should be okay. We'll heal for 6, 77. We're in a very nice spot to face. Ooh. This card applies a power to you when you use power powers at passive abilities or mean duration for the combat. Okay. So we could go for Iron Wave, which gives us block and damage. Dual Wield, which we already have. Corruption, which I believe is an uncommon card or rare or something like that. It's slightly above normals. Skill cost 0 whenever you play this skill exhausted. I don't think this card is very good, but I haven't used it, I think, ever. I know that basically a bad person. We'll try it later, but for now let's just go for something a bit more simple. So Iron Wave. And we go to the shop. So in the shop, we can buy cards of any kind. Colorless cards always cost 0, so they're usually good additions to your deck. These are rare, like the gold cards are the rarest ones you can get, and they tend to be rather powerful. For example, whenever you gain block, deal 3 damage, means you could just be a turtle and never get out. You could also buy potions, different kinds of potions, such as exhausting all status and curse, applying 6 poison, or gaining 2 dexterity. Dexterity is the same thing as strength, but for defend or block. So you get 2 bonus for every time you use a block. And he sometimes jokes. You also can get relics, such as the Bolt of Lightning, which lets you pick a skill card, and at the start of each combat, that card will be in your hand. Mango, which raises your HP by 14. In my opinion, the ones that raise your max HP are the worst relics of all. Calipers, at the start of your turn, lose 14 block rather than all of your block. I have never used calipers efficiently, I suppose. And then card removal service means you can pay 75 gold, and this cost increases by 25 for the rest of this run. So every time you go to the merchant, it will be 25 more every time you use it. And you can get rid of something. I think right now we have a good balance. I might not remove a card. I will add Clash, I believe, and quite possibly Deep Breath. So Clash, if there are only attack cards, you can play it for no energy, it's free, and deals 14 damage. So that coupled with our dual wield means we could get free attacks. And Deep Breath just makes you draw a card and shuffle the discard into your draw pile. And in fact, it's just a draw card. Let's just go for that. And we're ready to face our first elite enemy. I don't know if this is the best thing for us or not. He's asleep and metallicized, so he gains 8 block per turn. Lagavulin. So he's asleep. As long as we don't mess with him, I think for like 3 turns, he won't mess with us. So I don't have the right kind of setup. Because the first time you mess with him, that was maybe stupid. Yeah, I think that was a little stupid. So if you wake him up, if you get through the 8 armor, he's stunned for a turn. So I wanted to wait until I had better cards. And what I should have done was not play strength. I should have just made him vulnerable, and then this turn, wake him up. Alright, let's draw another card. Defend. Right, so Iron Wave gives us 5 block, 5 damage. So it's basically a 10 value card versus 6 from Strike. So that does 7 damage with block. The Lagavulin, he doesn't get stronger, but he makes us weaker. So I'm gonna have to tank the hits, because it will be very hard to kill him later. I don't know if I should bash him. I think I should bash him, because I just said I was going to tank the hits. And going down to like 40 HP is fine. Anything lower than that is a little bit difficult. So there. He stopped attacking, but... Ooh, we have too many skills. Okay, we can actually play every single card in our hand. So we defend, flex, and clash, because it's the only attack card in our hand, considers itself as there only being attack cards in your hand. You can play that for 24. If we had the card that doubles things, the dual wield, that would have been a lot better. By the way, when you upgrade dual wield, it becomes triple wield, so I'm a bit confused by its name. So now things get a little bit more difficult, because he gave us negative dexterity and negative strength. That means that we get less of everything. And right now, that's why I tanked hits earlier. I think 40 is about what I should aim for. I was hoping that we would get either a defend or our clash card. Oh well. Bash gives me 7. I think it's 14, whereas this gives me 15. This is better because we can do a lot more damage next turn. But if we're doing 7 a turn, we're gonna need 3 strikes. Okay. So 9 damage. Yeah, we got it. 10. So we're very weak now. We're in a bad spot. We got gold. Gambling chip. At the start of each combat, discard a number of cards and draw that many. This is a very good card to make combos happen. Relics found throughout the Spire grant unique bonuses that remain throughout your run. They can be found by defeating powerful foes or within chests. Got it. Swift Potion makes us draw 3 cards, and we get an extra card. We have to go Metallicize. Basically, we get free block at the end of our turn after we use this forever. Well, not forever, for the encounter. And it's a power card, which means dual wield can actually copy Metallicize. Very nice combo we're going for. That means we're gonna have to hit this fireplace. Right, so then I can show you. No. Just like that's fine. So I could switch out my whole hand, basically poker. But I'm not going to, I just need to get rid of that one, hoping to get a strike card. And here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna flex. We're going to bash. So now we're making it vulnerable. Now we dual wield clash. We're doing 16 damage because of strength, and then that gets boosted a lot. Now, onto the acid slime. It's a large acid slime because he has the bonus buff of split. So when this enemy's HP is at 50 or below 50, it will split into 2 smaller slimes with his current HP. So that means you have to get him as close to the middle as possible before you hit the middle, and then attack him. I don't know if I'm explaining myself very well. But basically, we've interrupted him, so that means we hit him under half of his HP, and his next turn, he will split in 2. But he'll split with the current HP he has. So if you want to have an easier time defeating him, you want to go as far, do as much damage as you can, I suppose, from the middle, because they will retain the HP. So now they are at 7. 7 is an awkward number for us because strikes do 6 damage. So we could kill something. We got a little bit of armor. And you know what? I'm not gonna take more damage because a 7 unit is not too bad. He puts a wound in, which I don't know if we'll draw it, but basically what that does is that it gives us a useless card, and we could draw into it. But the card is gone after each encounter. Gold, poison potion, and the card. Deal 12 damage applied to weak. This is a good card. Gives you defense and also good damage. Hemokinesis, lose 3 HP and deal 14 damage. I'm not sure about this card. It seems like getting hit to do damage is not the best in my opinion. But Rampage is good. Deal 8 damage every time this card is played, increases damage by 4 for those combats. So if you have small decks, or you have decks that can go through a lot of cards quickly, it's a very, very strong card. And we're going to rest. We could choose to upgrade something. For example, in this situation, I think I would upgrade dual wield. But I'm just going to rest, because I'm going to face an elite enemy soon. And every floor tower, I don't know what to call this, map, you get chests. There's no going around it. And inside the chest is a relic. This ginger, you can no longer become weakened, which is good. That means we can always attack with full force. Now here's the question for us. We could go on this path and go through the shop. But we don't have enough money for that, and there's a lot more question marks here. So we're going to go through the elite enemy first. Slaver is very similar to the other enemy we faced in the past. He tends to attack rather hard. Because I'm planning on using Metallicize, I think I want to draw my, whatchamacallit, my dual wield. I wanted my dual wield. Okay, well, I'm gonna get hit by 10. No. 8, 5, we're gonna hit by 5. And then we can strike, clash. Maybe I could have drawn extra cards, but it's fine. As long as we're above half, I'm not too worried. So now he's gonna inflict a negative effect on us. And I know what it is, but we're okay. I'll just let you figure out what the effect is for yourselves. Rampage, Iron Wave, Strike. So, he put Entangle on us. What this does is we cannot play attacks. So we can only defend. See, we can't play this. So I'm gonna get hit by another 5 points, yeah. Which is annoying, but not much I could have done. I mean, I could have played Poison or Swift, and that would have given me the last little bit of damage that I needed, but we're gonna face an elite enemy right after, so I figured this was better. Cleave deals 7 damage to all enemies. Deal 12 damage, can be upgraded any time. Deal 3 to 3 enemies 3 times. I'm gonna take Sword Boomerang because it works best with our flex. Bash is useless for me. Something like that. So now we're faced with sentries, and they have this ability called Artifact. So if I was to make them vulnerable, it would not take. If I was to make them poisonous, it would not take. So I'm a bit concerned because this is one of the tougher fights in the beginning of the game. It might be the toughest one in my opinion because they can all attack at the same time. That's 24 points of damage, and there's nothing you can do really to defend against them unless you have upgraded all your stuff. So I might just have to go all out on this one. Yeah, let's get 3 more cards. I kind of should do some interesting stuff here. Right, so we defend against this. We're going to dual wield a Clash card. Flex. And now we're doing 32 damage. And then they're going to do something. They put Dazed in my deck, which are useless cards. And this is the horrible, horrible thing I didn't want to happen. Oh, gosh. Well, we're going to have to go all for defense. So Metallicize gives us free 3 defense, which is not a lot. Iron Wave kills the one in the back. And then we just defend. So we're still going to take 3 points of damage after all that. And just, if you're curious, the dazed are here, not in the draw. Oh, a lot more damage anyways. Okay. Let's just tank the 8. There's no point in using poison because the debuff, poison counts as a debuff, so wouldn't work. And there's dazed. We can't do anything with it. There's no point in playing it. Because I'm gonna attack a lot, I think I'm gonna dual wield Iron Wave. If Rampage, because Rampage gets stronger the more you play it, you could actually copy Rampage when it's bigger, and it would actually copy it in that current state. Every time you copy a card is in the state it's currently in, unless there's a strange interaction. Like, I've seen some cards that don't work like that, but it's not usually like that. So, Clash cannot be played while there's a Daze in my hand, because only if there are attack cards in my hand can I play it, and this is a status card. So that means we're going to get hit. For 3 again. But again, as long as we're above 50% of our HP is good. That's right on line. Another dazed means this time we're gonna get hit, actually for nothing, because we managed to kill the unit. Alright, dazed is out of the window, and we see even more dazed. Wonderful. Can't do anything. And dazed is ethereal, which means it will go away. It will vanish into the ether if I don't do anything with it. There's no point in bash again. So I'm gonna Iron Wave. Rampage was 8 last time I played it. This time is 12. But now it's 16. So I could copy that later. And although I only defended for 5 because of Iron Wave, the Metallicize gives me 8, and off we go. Now we only need to draw 2 cards that damage, and we could kill him in 1 turn. We could do it in 1. Oof, and that was scary. Ooh, ice cream. Yes, police. Ice cream is so good, so good. One of the best relics in the game, in my opinion. Basically, if you don't spend energy, you get it for next turn, which means 1 turn you could have a lot of energy. So we could gain 1 energy, which actually goes very well with our ice cream. But I'm going to go for Battle Trance, because there's a lot of cards I need to have 2 of in my hand to make it work. As you make your way down a long corridor, you see a banana, a donut, and a box floating about. Nope, upon closer inspection, they are tied to strings coming from holes in the ceiling. There's a quiet cackling from above as you approach the objects. What do? Banana, heal 26, donut, max HP plus 5. Box, receive a relic, but become cursed with regret, which hurts our HP directly. I'm always going to choose relic, unless I have a lot of relics in my hand, because relics are hard to come by. And we got Kunai. Every time you play 3 attacks in a second turn, gain 3 dexterity. It's decent. And we're going to still follow the path with question marks. We may be able to get rid of the curse. Another curse. You walk into a room to find a large hole in the ground. As you approach the hole, an enormous serpent creature appears from within. Ho ho, hello, what have we got here? Hello, adventure. I ask a simple question. To the most fulfilling of lives is that in which you can buy anything. Do you agree? If we agree, we get gold and the curse, or we could just leave. I'm gonna agree. Although having 2 curses on a 20 deck is a little bit much. 1 curse per 10 is okay. So I can't... Okay, good. So I was worried for a second that I was not going to be able to play my Clash because I had my skills on hand. Basically, if I discarded stuff, I might draw the curses. But this is also a draw, so right now we're in a good place for this. But we're good. We can defend, dual wield our clash. I need to upgrade dual wield as soon as possible. We're gonna Iron Wave. Let's wait, no. We're gonna attack with clash. Attack again. Now we don't need to defend, but when he died, he has Spore Cloud. He applied vulnerable to us, so now we take 50% more damage. This does 9 damage, we don't need to keep anything. This does 6, this does 5 damage, let's go for pure damage. And we played 3 attacks, so our defense is now higher. Good, we're in a very good spot. So then he gained 3 strength and is doing 50% more damage to us, which means we're in a bad spot. We also drew both of our curses. Unplayable at the end of your turn again 1 week. That's if they stay on your hand. So if you could discard them somehow, you could do that. Battle Trance draws us more cards. These do 16 damage. These do 12. Let's do this. There. So then he's gonna die due to poison, but we still get hurt by all this. But he doesn't get to attack. We get a new card. Perfectus Strike. Deal 6 damage. Deals an additional 2 for all cards containing the word strike. This is good if you're focused on a strike build, but I think I'm gonna go with another clash. But yeah, that card on a strike build is very impressive. I think with 50, I'm okay to do this. I'm gonna smith dual wield to make it a triple wield, where you put the last sword in your mouth. Okay. I don't think he usually attacks on the first round. He doesn't. And he has a special... The Guardian has a special ability. If he takes X amount of damage, that says down here, he will transform into another shape. Which I don't really understand it, but okay. So he defends. And then, I don't know, he attacks. So basically we need to do 19 damage for him to not attack this turn, which we're gonna endeavor to do. Good. Defend, dual wield, clash. So now we have a lot of attacks. We can do 10 damage because of strength and invulnerable. We got through his armor, deal another 24. He gains armor and is going to get a buff. Do a lot more damage, because after he gets this buff, he'll be a lot harder to attack. He got Sharp Hide. Every time we attack him, he damages us for 3. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna block twice, we get 12. We're gonna attack once, get hit for 3, and then tank the 9. And then this one we have to just defend completely. 6 block, flex. The main issue here is regret, because we lose HP based on the amount of cards. So we would lose 2 extra HP if we don't play these, versus right now we would lose 4, because doubt also goes away. We'd lose 4, and then 16, that's 20. If I do nothing, that's 16, that's 10, 13, so it's better not to play them. It goes before, I thought it went after. But I think that was the best way not to spend, to lose the least amount of HP possible. And now we're getting hit for 20, but we have extra energy from Ice Cream because we didn't use it last time. And he doesn't have the thing anymore. Metallicize, Sword Boomerang, Strike, Clash. He's gonna hit us for 11. That's 24 HP left. Good. Okay. We could play everything except Bash. We can't play Bash and then our attacks. So... But I mean, just playing these two... Okay, we'll just play these two. Because we can't play Clash. There's no point in defending. He's not going to attack us. And now our Rampage is 20. So now I could copy Rampage to do a lot more damage. We'll see. Now we didn't spend a card. We didn't spend energy. So we have extra energy here. I have to use Defend. We get hurt less from not playing anything. Even though I would have liked to attack, I think this is best. That card, that Regret, that's gonna... It's killing us slowly. Okay, defend, that's 16. This is extra block. 18. We can attack once more because we have Metallicize. Because that's 16. So you know what? I'm going to attack... No, I'm not going to attack extra. Because we're going to get hit for 20, I believe, next turn. Yeah. So Battle Trance. Defend. We have enough... Yeah, we have enough to kill him, I think. And we have enough energy to play the Rampages. So first let's go for Clash. Then the Rampage. And then we just have our pick. What do you want to kill him with? A Boomerang, a Strike, or a Rampage? Rampage, because we worked so hard for it, right? And he's dead, and we beat the first boss. We got gold, an explosive potion, which deals 10 damage to all enemies, and a gold card. Offering, lose 4 HP, gain 2 energy, draw 3 cards, and then this card is gone. It's kind of complicated, but it's one of the best ones. Now they all are. This one, Dark Embrace, whenever a card is exhausted, draw 1 card. Never really played it very well. But if you get a particular relic, this might mean that your whole hand is full. And then, yeah, it could create some strong combos. Demon Reform, at the start of each turn, gain 2 strength. This is also very, very good, because it means every turn we deal 2 extra damage per attack with this. And we're already doing a lot of attacks. But, you know what? We already have Ice Cream. Let's go with Demon Form. And we get a monster relic, a boss level relic. Velvet Choker, gain energy at the start of each turn. You cannot play more than 6 cards per turn. I don't think this is a very good one, because our combos rely on putting a lot of cards per turn. Sozu, gain energy at the start of each turn. You can no longer use potions. This is probably my choice. Gain energy at the start of each turn. You can no longer gain gold. No, I think Sozu is our... We won't be able to use the potions anymore. But instead of having 3 energy per turn, we have 4, and Ice Cream's going to make that a very, very strong play. Future of PlasmaPug here to tell you guys to please like and subscribe, and let me know of any feedback in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.